Hello everyone, it's Mark the Bowlerhat Farmer from sunny, succulent Suffolk. Look at our beautiful blue skies. Well, something like that. Anyway, listen, quick conversation to have with you today. Look at that pheasant. Shot, dinner. Anyway, pheasant, dinner. I think there's going to come a time we haven't got a lot of food. If the 19th of November is not successful, several people have asked the question of what the farmer's going to do. I have to ask the question, what do the public want them to do? See, the public have to understand that the farming community cannot continue being smashed to the ground and not earning any money. They cannot continue not being able to hand the farms down through the generations and making sure that we have food stability, food security and food sovereignty in this country. Let me give you some figures. And people can disagree with these all they like. I do not care a less. 2 years ago, we grew 60% of all the food that we needed in the UK. So we imported 40%. That's fallen now to 38% of the food which we require is now produced in the UK and we're importing it. Now, for those who don't know, we import 32% of what we import comes from Spain, especially from the plastic polytunnel area near Valencia, which has just been completely and utterly destroyed by bad weather. Interesting that it should get destroyed and make England especially very vulnerable, especially when they're trying to close down all the farms. Same things happened in California. All of these things have been governing, is that the right? Yeah, I'm going to say governing the direction of which we're going with food. We're going to have a lot less food in the UK. Now, on the 19th of November, if the farmers do not get what they require from the government, unlike most unions and most bodily organisations, farmers don't really go on strike. So what would happen if they did go on strike and they did protest? Let's say they, I don't know, blocked a port where food comes in. They barricaded the places where supermarket distribution centres are to prove a point. What would happen? How long, bearing in mind that we only now produce 38% of the food in the UK, how long would it take to bring the country to a standstill and to have no food coming into the country? I know what I think. I think that as a nation, we're in a very vulnerable position. I think as a nation, we are about to topple over the edge. Now, for those who have followed me for some time, there's about 30,000 of you now across social media have been following me for some time, and I always talk about stocking up with tin food and making sure you've got seeds and packets of food and everything else. I think that time is almost upon us. Almost as in, crucially, we're within the next 2 weeks, our food supply system could crash to the ground. There is no food coming in from Spain. That's all hit the ground. There's nothing really flying in from the States. South America has got all sorts of challenges, they can't send stuff in. Holland's been bombarded, the poor farmers out there, by woke governments that are stopping them growing food because of net zero BS. Bird flu across the world is rife apparently, but the birds don't seem to die, so as they don't die quick enough, the governments have them killed to make eggs very short and to make poultry very short. Guys, we've got to make a stand. We have to come to a conclusion on this. Something's got to give. The farming community is about to go under. We will, as a nation, not have enough food. I might suggest, if you are someone who follows me and you've been prepping, make sure your preps are in order, because you're about to find out. Everybody, I'm Mark. I'm the Bowlerhat Farmer. Please take note.